Before starting with Intel, this video is not for financial advice. I am just disclosing my personal opinions for my own trading, my own trade. This video is solely for education purposes. I am actually a university lecturer, and that's it, and a teaching associate, senior teaching associate in another university. So this is not financial advice. Intel share is being dumped, and I think it's a very good moment to make a good analysis of this stock. I think everybody likes the semiconductors at the moment, and you have seen that this actual share has dropped a lot. So you can see here the figure and see how actually it almost touched on 70 and is currently now trading at 29.85. Well, by the time I'm making this video. Intel Corporation engaged in designing and manufacturing products and technologies. The company segment includes computing group, data center and AI, network and edge, mobile AI, accelerated computed system graphics, and foundry services. The CCG segment is focused on long-term operating system architecture, hardware, application integration that enable PC experiences, workload optimized solutions, etc. Well, let's start then with this analysis. Here we have the leadership, which I have scored in 7.5. Yes, so here then we have that the leadership has a lot of ambitious goals for Intel's future, aiming to regain industry leadership. Well, decisive actions have been taken, massive investments focusing on boosting the morale as well of the work environment, and also the leadership has a deep understanding of the industry to drive innovation. The cons is that yes, the expectations are very high for Intel, so that can lead to potential disappointments. Challenges in balancing cutting edge innovations as well can be a problem, and is managing a significant risky business model with a lot of competition. In terms of operational risks, there have been a huge expansion and upgrading of facilities at Intel. So let's see if that is going, or if these risks are going to pay off in the future. The performance can be affected by supply chain disruptions as well. In general, my score of 7.5 on leadership reflects the strong vision and strategic initiatives, though I have some reservations about the immediate tangible outcomes from the challenges and still being navigated. So there is still results. We still need results, and particularly short-term results from Intel. Right, so first up, let's talk targets. So here I have chosen 5 analysts that I believe they are the best analysts in my opinion, or the finest analysts for Intel. So the targets are coming from certain institutions. So you can see here on this slide that we have on May the 10th, $29. Right, we are roughly about that area at the moment, but we also have 32, and this one is a little bit worrying. In April 26, we have $17 from a very good forecaster of an analyst of the share of Intel, and I think this is actually very far away from any other prediction. As you can see in here, I have selected, in my opinion, the ones that were the best. So analysts are all over the map on this one, with price targets ranging from 17 to 35. Well, it shows there is a lot of uncertainty and mixed feelings about the future. So with such a gap in the recent price to target, there's not much room to grow if they are already on the money. And I think that is one of my main concerns. What are the potential growth? What is going to be the potential growth for this share? So if you trust that Intel's future and is going to be good, right? If you believe that, if you trust in their future, I think you can be ready for some ups and downs, but this might be a golden ticket for a very good position. But if you're looking for something more predictable, I think you may want to keep, I would like to keep my powder dry a bit, and perhaps buy when the things are a little bit clearer in terms of whether Intel will make it or not. The most recent target suggests that there might be limited upside potential. Yes, which is not very good actually in terms of investing in this share. Right. I got stuck here. I don't know why. All right. So moving forward, the peer analysis, I am ranking Intel high in my opinion with 7 out of 10. Yes, you can see here that the short-term returns show significant declines in the short term. Yes, so they go from -3 last week, -19% in 1 month, and -30% in 3 months. So it's in free fall, the share of Intel. So this suggests immediate challenges or negative market perceptions. AMD, on the other hand, shows a less drastic decrease in the short term, but a high PE ratio suggesting better growth expectations. Nvidia showed both strong performances in the short and medium terms and commands the high price to earnings ratio, reflecting high investors' confidence and growth expectations. So based on the PE, the price to earnings forward ratio that we have in here on this column, that is in 26.9, and an EPS mean estimate that is more or less $1.10. I think the calculated price range might be approximately $29.50 or $29.60. This is my estimation, obviously. It's close to actually the current price at the time at which I am recording this video, which is $29.88, suggesting that the stock is fairly valued to these earning projections and the PA, the price to earnings ratio that they have provided. In terms of fundamentals, profitability in Intel's looks a bit mixed. So the revenue shrank by 2.1% year over year. That is not good at all as of the first quarter 2024. Despite this, they still maintain a healthy gross margin of 41.2% and a net margin of 7.4%, showing that they keep costs under control and still turn a decent profit. On the debt side, Intel seems to be playing like pretty safe, or at least that is what I believe. they have a current ratio of 1.6, which means they can easily cover short-term obligations, but the debt to capital ratio stands at 30%, signaling a moderate leverage. What's eye-catching is their interest coverage ratio, which is 18.1%, indicating that they are very well prepared to handle interest rate payments without breaking anything at the company. When we peek into earnings quality, things get interesting. So Intel has an operational cash yield of whopping 195%, I believe. Yes, 195% for the last 12 months. However, their sales in inventory is 192.5, suggesting they might be holding onto their inventory a bit too long. Right? Yes, in terms of dividends, despite a significant drop in the dividend growth by 65%, Intel remains a payout ratio of 51%, which is actually good. This means that over half their earnings are returned to shareholders as dividends, which is actually very generous. Yet, with a current yield of 1.7%, it is not the highest yield out there. I mean, a treasury bond is actually paying possibly way more. So that is possibly one of the things that is a bit concerning from the moment. So what is the verdict on Intel? Strong in many areas, but with room for improvement in others. Long-term investors, Intel offers stability and clear commitment to returning value to the shareholders. The slow revenue growth and inventory management might be points of concern. So if you find this analysis helpful, please like, so I will know that you want me to bring more analysis about individual stocks. Though I need to say that my style is more about buying ETFs, but I cannot stop myself in making these videos when I see like these companies such as Intel that I can see that they are dropping, and I believe that they can be a good asset in my portfolio. I am still observing the battle from the barriers outside of the barriers. I'm not getting into the battle yet, so I'm just looking for opportunities here with Intel. Okay, let me see what you think about these materials down there in the comments. Okay, Intel's PE ratio is sitting at 31.6. This is nearly double the 5-year average of 16.6. That is not good. A premium is at a whopping or jaw-dropping premium of over 90%. Not good, not good. So that I understand why one of the analysts say that the price might be 17. Yeah. Anyway, they are very high compared to the Standard & Poor's premium of just 14%. I understand that it's a semiconductor company, but prices can carry on falling. I think there is a lot of caution in the investors at the moment at Intel. So Intel seems to be priced at a hefty premium by historical standards. And I think that is a fact. Anyone who wants to invest in this share needs to get to know that they are investing at very high premiums. Even though when it has fallen already in price, there is still a huge premium in there. So in terms of forward PE, which is what investors think Intel, well, let's see what investors think about it. It is at 26.9, again, well over the 5 years average, which is 16.6, which is a substantial 62% premium. I think all this premium is coming for the hope, or from the hope that Intel is going to do it right in terms of making better their chips, architecture, and all this, the investment that they are doing in the semiconductors facilities and machinery that they are using. Right, so let's see with this what this tells us. I think a much higher profitability from Intel in the coming year compared to what historical averages will suggest, and that is what we are expecting. Yes, if not, I think the value of Intel unfortunately might carry on dropping. It's a huge bet, yes, whether they are going to make it or not, or if they are going to come very late to the party of artificial intelligence. Okay, in terms of insider trading, I am giving a ranking of 9 out of 10 because I like it a lot. So for instance, Patrick Gelsinger, I forgot to mention his name in the first slide. He actually has acquired an additional 8,100 shares in April-May, which is actually very good because historical analysis showed that an average of 1.34% in Intel stock price in the 6 months following his past 10 buying decisions, actually that shows that there is a relationship between insider trading and the stock going up. So that is okay, that is good, and hopefully that is going to be the prospect. So what do these insider movements tell us about Intel's future? Please share your thoughts below. Maybe you know more about these movements in terms of insider trading. Okay, and lastly, I want to cover the hocus pocus of technical analysis. I do use it because in the very short run, like in the day to day, you do not really know where the price is going to be. Yes, I think you can use many techniques, right? Like looking at the options market and technical analysis, others look at the candlesticks, anything. I think these are the only tools that we have in the very short run. So that is if you want to buy today or the next day. At the moment, I will say that the graph for Intel is showing that Intel is like in a triangle, is within the triangle still in the 15 minutes chart. So if it breaks that support in which we are possibly now, this is around 29.80, I will say. If it goes further down, I think there will be possibilities for the chart to carry on to levels around 27, 26.50, something like that in my opinion. And yes, the 1 hour charts, in my opinion, they look more neutral. So they look neutral to bearish, meaning that possibly what Intel is now, the Intel share is trying to find the bottom. Obviously, that is why my personal stance about what is going on is to wait and see. When I will be looking at technical indicators to see where is going to be that bottom. I have already an idea of the valuation and the risk. The upside potential is not great, so possibly the share is going, in my opinion, is going to fall a bit more. So at least there needs to be some growth potential in the share in order for someone to invest, right? So if you think that it might fall to $17 or $18 and the potential upturn is just to 39 from 29, I think the number needs to be or the price needs to be settled at a lower price, unfortunately, the investors. So in terms of conclusion, so there are mixed performances, bad fundamentals. Yes, they have mixed fundamentals, but there is a very good insider trade. I will observe. I do not take action just yet in my personal portfolio. I will be looking at my technical analysis that I do. Again, I think that is a bit hocus pocus, but I like to invest when I see the candles right, and I use a couple of indicators as well, just to take the decision like in the day to day, not the investing decision from the economic point of view, and the fundamentals. I have not made it yet. I do like the semiconductor sector. That's why I'm making this video. So economically, it makes sense for me to buy the sector. On AI, I need to jump into the sector. But the share, particularly the financial fundamentals, do not look great if you let me be totally honest. So the upside can be around 39 and the downside up to 17. So if you are in 29, we have $10 of upside and $12 going down. So I think that there is still room to correct a bit more. Afterwards, I believe that the market will start like doing what when prices crashes, that they start like trending sideways and possibly falling a little bit more before they can recover. It might take months, it might take years in doing that. So that's why it looks difficult just to have an idea, to try to make it like an informed decision if that is okay. So Intel stands at a crossroads with high expectations baked into the stock price and its PE ratios. But there is any concerns about growth and efficiency, and I think that is going to be something important going forward. Oh my gosh, yes, I think I lose my slides. And yes, the decision to invest in Intel should align with the investor's risks and confidence. In my personal from my personal goals, I possibly will look at it. We'll carry on looking at the technical analysis of that, to see if there is still momentum to go bearish. From the technical analysis point of view, it is possible that the share is going to carry on falling. And yes, but I think everything is down about the confidence in Intel's ability to execute its strategic plans amidst like a huge battle in the semiconductor sector, and a sector that is evolving very rapidly with chips that are just groundbreaking. So it's going to be fun to see if this is going to make it. But yes, semiconductors is one of the sectors that I do like, and why not? Maybe we can pick some shares. I will inform you when, if I decide finally to do that. Okay, thank you very much, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to if you want me to make more videos about different type of stocks, put them in your comments, so I will know that you like this type of contents, and I'm happy to carry on doing this. Have a nice day.